everyone, my name is Kudzie Mapiye and welcome. Today I'm doing a bit of a different video. I'm doing a head wrap tutorial. Very highly requested video. So I'm just going to show you how I do my head wraps. So I've got this wig cap on. This is the brand of wig caps that I use. I just get it off of Amazon or Shein. You can pretty much find them anywhere. Comes as a pack of 2. And if you're someone who has trouble with wig caps because they get too tight, you feel they're too tight on your head, one trick that you can use is to just take the packet and put it in the freezer for a little bit, and the material becomes really stretchy, so it won't be as tight on your head. So I start off with the rectangular piece of cloth, rectangular scarf. It's like pretty long, and rectangular is the best if you really want to like do as many styles. I find that the square ones don't work very well, so try and find a long rectangular piece and make the cloth, like this cloth is see-through, it's really breathable, it's not stretchy, it's like solid, it doesn't stretch. And I start off by like putting a little bit, like folding it a little bit like this at the top. It just creates a better look when you fold it a little bit at the top. So once I folded it, I just like put it on my head like this. This is like my favorite style. This is my everyday style. When I go to work, I'm usually wearing this style. So, and then you just tie it at the back of your head, and I cover my ears halfway. And the reason I wear a wig cap is so that it's as smooth as possible. Like, so if you don't wear a wig cap, sometimes your hair can be a little bit bumpy and it just doesn't look very nice or very neat. Now what I'm gonna do is like, I just take these ones, this end, as you can see, I've kind of like did a little bit of a twist like that, and then I bring it like this and create these little like lines, and then when it's like almost halfway, I fold it and do a 2-strand twist. And make sure your twist is as neat as you can make it, so that it adds to a really like nice, smooth, elegant look. Especially if you want to wear it with like formal clothes, if you want to go to work, or you want to have it like for like a formal function. Like, it always looks better with when it's like really neat. When I'm like that way done, I just take it to the back and I fold it. I fold it in like that. Make sure that it's nice and neat, and create like more of these lines. Where you have like a loose bit, just keep like folding it in like that. Tuck in the back a little bit more so it's neat. So it creates those lines, and then you take the other piece and then you do another 2-strand twist, nice and slowly and neatly. As you can see, like, this takes such a short time. Not sure if I've mentioned, but yeah, I wear the head wraps just as a form of self-expression. So it's not like for religious reasons or anything, it's just a form of African self-expression. So once you have that bit, you put it on top like that, and then you tuck it in at the back. So that's like my first everyday go-to look. Sometimes I move the little twists a little bit forward like that. And that's the first look. To go into the second look, like this one is more like a turban type of style. So again, this is just using a different cloth this time. Same length, and I'm going to fold it a little bit, just like I did the first one. So I'm going to fold it a little at the front. And the reason I fold it is because I just find like it has a better look if you fold it a little bit at the front. So I'll fold it a little bit at the front like that, and then I put on my head like that. And make sure the sides are as even as possible. I have a lot of like head wrap styles, so I just chose 3 for this video. Otherwise this video could go on and on and on. So, and I usually just make them up as I go. Like sometimes I can just be in the mirror with a cloth and then I just like start making up a different style. So this is like the turban look. So you take like that, and then you take this one. This one's like a little bit tricky because we're going to make one side go over the other side. So just flip it over your head and then take the other end, right? And then like that, so they kind of like crisscross each other. Not like that. You kind of make like a they kind of like cross each other like that. And then, okay, let me start again because this one moved back a little bit. Okay, so you do that and just let it flow on one side while you take the other bit. And then just hold them like that and cross. Right, now you've got 2, right? And then we're gonna really just fix this up as we go. And at the end, so you just fix and like tuck it in. So once you've crisscrossed it, you take this other part and just lay it like that, and then you tuck it in at the back. Tuck it in, right? And then you just make sure that you're tucking in the other ones. Just move it a little bit forward, like that. And then you tuck it in as well. And once you've tucked it in, now you can just like start to adjust it. You just adjust and like tidy it up. Just pull it and tuck it in. Same here. Just make sure that it's nice and neat. So you just be like fixing up the different cloths, the different bits of cloth to make sure it looks how you want it to look. So I'm not in front of a mirror, I'm just using like my phone screen, so it's not as neat, but I hope you get the idea. and you just kind of like pull and just pull and tuck it in, pull and tuck. Like this one's a bit loose, so you just like tuck it in a little bit more. So it's really, the secret is just like tucking it in. Tuck, 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 and then you move it around to make sure that it's positioned where you want it. You can move it a little bit lower if you want. And make sure like that the positioning is where you want it. Like I'm going to bring a little bit out here. Trying to make it even. So I hope you get the idea, but it's, yeah. So that's the turban look. And like you can change depending on the outfit. I find that the turban like really works if you're wearing like a really like flowy dress or like a kaftan or something like that, or a kimono, those kind of outfits. You can really wear the turban and it looks really nice and neat. So it just really depends with the outfit that you're wearing. And the other reason why I like this particular cloth is it like creates these little folds. Like sometimes these little folds add to the look. Like it's not just plain, like it's got like little folds. See, like that. And then like I might even like move it a little bit lower here, and you just kind of adjust. Sometimes it's like too low, so you move it up a little bit, and you just play around with it till it looks the way you want it to look. And sometimes you don't want to leave like such a big gap in the cloth here, so you can cover it up a little bit. Like that. So head wraps are really good as well, like if you're in between hairstyles. If you're a lady, you know, sometimes you like undo your hair and you haven't had time to redo it again, and you just want something to cover up your head like in the meantime. So doing like having a head wrap can be a really good way to just transition from different hairstyles. And it's a really good hairstyle in itself. Like, you know, just having a head wrap or a turban or whatever you want to call it. And I find that, you know, sometimes it's, especially if you've got like different like type of earrings, the bigger the earrings, the better, I find, when you have like a head wrap on, or like more like statement type of earrings. So these ones are really like a little bit simple and plain, but they still have a little bit of, you know, they still bring out the head wrap. So the trick with head wraps is always bring them out with something, whether it's like your outfit itself. If you're wearing a plain head wrap, like you might want to wear a more like brighter outfit, or if you don't want to do that, you want to wear a plain outfit, you might want to just put on like a bigger earring, like this size, like a more dangly type of earring, or ones that are like really, really round. It just helps to bring out the look of the head wrap. And you know, some people ask me like, how do you, like, is it not too tight? Is it comfortable? Like, I've really learned to make mine not too tight, so I can wear this literally all day and not have a headache. And it's also about the cloth that I use. Sometimes if you use a really thick cloth, it might really feel hot and restrictive, and you might get a headache afterwards. So try a really light cloth like this one, so that, you know, you can let it breathe, you know. Your hair breathe, let your scalp breathe, and it's not as tight, and it really tucks in pretty well. So yeah, that's the second style, and that is the turban. And now I'm going to finish off with like a more casual look. This is a very different type of head wrap, red scarf. This one is a lot narrower, but it's still rectangular and long. So I actually got this one at the airport, the South African airport, at, you know, one of those shops at the airport. So this is just like a normal scarf. It's very, as you can see, it's see-through, it's very breathable, it's very light, and I like this particular one for like casual wear. So I, instead of wearing it at the back, I put it at the back of my head first, like that. This is one of like my favorite styles for head wraps. It's really, really simple. It's really quick. It's a really fun, casual look. Goes really well with a solid color top if you're using like a printed scarf like I'm doing now. So just make sure you wear like a solid color top, or a top that complements the pattern on the scarf. Otherwise it looks chaotic. Yeah, so so this is just doing a 2-strand twist. You can tell my twist is a little bit bumpy, but try and make it as smooth as possible. Like do a really nice smooth like 2-strand twist. I'm not too worried about the bumps on this one because it's like more for a casual look. If you're doing it formal, for a formal look, make sure the twist is super smooth. So once you've twisted it out like that, you just twist it on itself. So you twist and then hold it steady with your fingers. Twist, hold it steady with your fingers, and then twist again, twist it on itself, hold it steady with your fingers, and take the remainder and just tuck it in like that. Just stretch it out. And there you go. This is super simple, as you can tell. Very easy for a lot of people to do. I love this style. Like it comes out like really nicely on dresses. I have a lot of these ones as well that are solid color, so I can wear them with printed dresses. Or if you're wearing like, if it's just like a t-shirt look, t-shirt and jeans really comes out well with t-shirt and jeans and big earrings. Like you can wear it with heels, sneakers, dress it up, dress it down. It's really, you know, really nice. And usually when I'm doing a print, I like to do like a really glossy lip or a really bright lip. It really also brings out the style. So sometimes I twist it center, sometimes I twist it to the side or this side, depending. Like if you want a more elegant girly look, you can twist it to the side. But for this video, I'm just twisting it on the center. It's really, really simple. Another thing about this style of the twist at the center is make sure you get a scarf that's really narrow. If you get a square one, when it comes to twisting, it's going to be really thick and it's just going to look like a really big, awkward bump on your head. If you wanted to lay like this, which is like super flat and still like really nice, like just make sure the cloth is thin and it's long. Like it's rectangular and long and not too thick. It'll really make you get a really thin, you want a thin 2-strand twist with this one, a really thin, long 2-strand twist, and then start rolling it on itself and then tuck it in, and there you go. So that's the final look. Yeah, I hope you loved those styles, and you can add it to your, you know, styles that you do. Or if you want to start, you can start with this one. Super simple. You can get these scarves anywhere. Like you can get them online, on Shein, on like even in different shops. It depends. You can buy a cloth at a shop that sells cloths and just cut a rectangular piece yourself, and you don't even need to like stitch it up. You can just like undo the ends a little bit, and there you go, you've got a headscarf that you can wear anywhere. So I hope you've enjoyed that video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.